Hello, fire signs. Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Welcome and welcome back to See Your Soul 3 Revolution with me, Lise. We're going to hop in to see what the general message and energy that's coming in. Before I do, let's take a moment and listen to the bell. While we're relaxing and scanning our own body and release tensed joints, release tense muscles from your head, from your neck, from both shoulders, from the left and right arm, front, back, sides, left and right wrist, release, left and right fingers and thumbs, muscles, tendons, release. Move down your torso and your back, release. Get down to your hips and your lower back, release. Down, down, down the left and the right leg on the sides by the hip, the front of the thighs, the back of the thighs, release. We get down to the knees, the left and the right knee, release. The shins, the left and the right shin, front, back, sides, release. Left and right ankle, left and right foot, sole, heel, arch, release. Working down to our toes, left and right toes, release. Take a deep breath in and release. Okay, fire signs, let's begin. Spirit, show me for the fire signs the most prominent energy that's coming in. Any messages? Clear, concise, accurate, direct, and precise. Show me for the fire signs. Okay, 8s might be of significance. It's good to know we're in 2024. In numerology, that's the year of the 8, which is ebb and flow. What you give is what you get. It's like things being made right, things being exposed, truth coming to light. But you have 8. So some of you, 8 days, 8 months, 8 weeks, could be 8 years of a cycle. 8s could be a significance. You could be a life path 8. You could be a life path 16, a life path 7. You are building off some kind of awesome detachment. You have decided to step away from anything that no longer serves your emotional good, right? This does not serve me. So I am leaving what no longer serves my best and highest good on an emotional level, right? To go find something like, leave that alone, and you went and found the 9th cup, which is like what you're feeding yourself, and you're building on that on earth. You're creating something, you're building something. Work could be going well, but we have double 8s. You are building, creating, you're working diligently on yourself, but also you're doing something on earth too, fire signs. I have Virgo here, I have Pisces here, the One of Wind, yeah, some kind of clarity came to you on the intellect. It's like the for some of you fire signs, you have put your emotions in a box and you are focusing on work and you're trying to find clarity in something on an intellectual, fire signs, but you can't understand something from an intellectual, and that's because you shut it off on an emotional. And so by shutting it off on an emotional and throwing it into work, but then thinking about it in your mind, that isn't the way to get the answer, because it's an emotional answer. You have to feel the emotion in order for the intuition of the mind to come out. You're blocking some sort of evolution. You're blocking some sort of level up. And that's not for all of you. That's for a very small portion of you. It's not for everyone. For the rest of you, it is, you have walked away from what no longer serves, and you put a focus on work. But it's a very freeing. You know, only you will know where you fit in this story. Another 8, the 8 of wind. That's why you're okay. So for those of you that are what I said it was before, and you have blocked off your emotions to focus on work, and then you throw it in your mind to wonder, why isn't this clear? Or I've grown. See, I feel better about this. I'm all set. I'm good. That's why your thoughts are the thoughts are the way that they are in your head. That's why you're in a self-imposed mental imprisonment, because it's not. You can't figure something out with your mind, because it's an emotional thing you need to feel, and then your mind will make sense of it, but you have to go through it. For others of you, you're using for others of you, when you walked away from things that no longer served your best and highest good, you're then focused on something else, very emotional, like not emotional, a very like something you're like really good at too. You're building onto something, right? You're also working on your own emotions. You're building off your own emotions to create a new part of you, if that makes sense. There's some kind of clarity that you're not understanding, right? You're like, but I was already the caterpillar. I came through the dark, and now I'm the butterfly, the light. Why isn't this clear? Why isn't this clear? It's not even why isn't this clear to you. It's like, why isn't this clear to others? Something like that. Some of you have been eclipsed. There was people that were trying to keep you in your own head in a self-imposed mental imprisonment, while they behind the shadows talk shit about you, started rumors, made you seem like a certain way even though you weren't. It's like you were going through a growth period, fire signs, and some people didn't like that. So what they did while you were growing was take that opportunity of you not being around to fuck with to make you look a certain way and gossip, right? So for most of you, this happened to you. For others of you, for the small percentage that you're blocking the emotions, focusing on work, and not understanding why something isn't figured out because you're not allowing yourself to feel, you're also in a self-imposed mental imprisonment because of some gossip that you yourself was involved with. Now, this isn't for everyone, and only you will know where you fit in the story. And we all know by now I'm an honest reader. In the last read, it was, I believe, the air signs. I got a small percentage of energy that came in that was not my normal collective. That was either the cross watcher or low vibrational air signs that were watching this channel to not watch it for themselves, but to they watch it for someone else, to see what's going on with someone else. So I pick up on that energy. So I want you to understand the difference. You know where you are at, but I know when new energy comes in. I feel it. I see it in the cards. When things shift, I see it. I feel it, because it's not the normal read, right? I don't say things for no reason. I don't go nowhere for no reason. It's because I'm picking up on the energy that's going to be coming in. For the ones that are the high vibrational positive ones, right, where you've put stuff aside, you grew from something, you worked on yourself, you've come out of a new change in your life, an evolution that's very freeing. You already started from a good place. You're just, as you're going, you're fixing your wounds, but you weren't understanding, why isn't this being seen, or something like that. There's also other people around you that want to keep you in your head so that they can like keep gossiping, but it's not going to work. It's more like a side note or a warning. Yeah, it's not going to work. The universe is here. The universe has your back. They're eclipsing them out. You were like eclipsed, or they tried to eclipse you out. They tried to take something that you were doing on your own, in your own time, your own healing or whatever, because you weren't around. And they tried to like make it seem like it was something else. It wasn't. The truth, Spirit and God allowed that. The universe allowed that for so long. And now it's like, okay, well, you guys dug your grave. Because now my collective, we're putting an end to this. And my collective will be seen for who they are, right? For others of you, this is also saying that, you might be overthinking something because of the work that you've put on yourself. You're not seeing something change fast enough, and so you might be talking down on yourself or thinking that you're doing something wrong, which is keeping you like in a self-imposed mental imprisonment. But there's nothing wrong. Growth happens at the speed it happens. You're evolved. You're still evolving. You're changing. It just sometimes takes a little longer for us to understand things, or for us to get to where we think that we need to be. But that's our mind telling us that's where we need to be. We have to give ourselves a break and say, how far have I come? What have I learned? Because sometimes when our head is down and we're working, we don't see all the progress that we made because we're so busy keep going, right? I hope that this is making sense, because there's a few different storylines, there's a few different energies coming in. That's why. For those of you, like I said, that this was other people projecting and putting black magic on you, which is talking negatively and trying to get and recruiting others to do that as well, to put black on you, put blackness, to stain your soul by talking shit, right? That's coming to an end. The truth is coming out. You don't have to worry about it. Yeah, clarity is coming. And that's for every storyline. So for you low vibrational ones, cross watchers, that you did something to someone and you're like basically feeling the regrets of your own, I hate to say it, putrid soul, because you choose to not change, the clarity is coming for who you are and what you did. For those of you that you have changed, and you keep changing, you started from a good place, but you just keep evolving, but you something you don't understand yet within yourself because you've been expecting too much of yourself. Clarity is coming. You'll get the clarity. For those of you that were talked bad on, and because you chose to go away to heal, work on something on your own, right? And you come out bright, and Spirit put a stop to it. Boom, the clarity is coming. So wherever you fall, the clarity is coming. Flame of the Spirit, this is fire energy too. 4 of Wands. It's Aries, specifically. The flame of your spirit, guys. For the positive ones, the optimistic ones, the ones that are doing the right things, and right, you high vibrational fire signs, it's like a new beginning. It's a flame of your spirit. Also, there's an emphasis on some of you might be meeting a twin flame, because the 4 of fire can also be seen as a twin flame card. If you are on that journey, or if you've been off and on that journey, there's some kind of connection that's coming in, and you're at a point, or you will be at a point, to where your red flags, your inner child will have been healed to a certain level, like you're gonna match. But there's also a warning. Do you hear that fire truck? There's also a warning. So you might have a false twin that's coming too, but it also could be saying that fire truck is like, they're here, right? So take it how it resonates. For others of you, that fire, for the low vibrational ones, that fire truck is saying like your time is up and the flame of the spirit is here. It's bigger than you, right? And what you try to put onto someone else is now coming back to you tenfold, and your spirit is in a state of unrest. And any connection that you have before you've cleared up this karma is going to be not good because of what you chose to do. For those of you where you have taken the emotion and you blocked it off to focus on work and put a thought in your mind and not understand, you're going to understand connection a lot better, but it's all within your own spirit. Your spirit's trying to talk to you. You got to listen. And this is where we end, because remember, we started with the 8 of water, which then we had the 8 of wind and the 8 of earth, or 8 of water, 888. 888, good numbers too. Some of you might have been born in August, some of you might have been born, I don't know, but 888. Look that number up. But now it goes from the 8 of water to the 9 of water. You walked away from things that were no longer serving best and highest good to find yourself more. And now that's here. So now you have everything that you need on an emotional level for self because you gave it to yourself. So what comes after that? The 10 of cups. But in this read, it was the 4 of, like it told me in a different way. The 4 of fire, what's the flame of the spirit. It is a connection that's coming. And for those of you that are on the right level, it's going to be a match. For those of you that are not, it's going to be your match and your karma for what you've done. For those of you that have put in the work, it's going to be your dharma, your blessing for what you've done, what you've accomplished. So some of you, very small percentage of you, are receiving karma for your dirty deeds that you chose to not fix. And a high percentage of you that are evolving are getting the blessing, the dharma, for doing the work and creating everything for yourself. That's what I have for you, fire signs. I hope that this reading resonated. Please hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know if this reading resonates. All right, bye guys.